Here we go again then for another round of Grand Prix action. The conditions are just right to spice up the racing in this part of the world today, and we're all itching to get underway. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson. And give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for me is whether or not we're going to see the cars able to follow each other closely enough to overtake, especially through the fast sections here. Of course, we've got DRS, and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Hamilton, Perez, Ocon, Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen. Van Dorn, Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg, and Sainz, Ericsson, Leclerc, Brendan Hartley, and Lance Stroll. Gasly and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone. That's a decent start. Good job. Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race. Come in at the end of this lap. Exit now. This is your final lap of the race. The gap behind us is 4.0 seconds. Illegal manoeuvre, cede that position or will receive a penalty. We've been handed a 3-second penalty for obvious corner cutting. the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.